title of the book is An Agenda for a Better Liberia, a common sense approach to nation building. The executive mansion, and then the Temple of Justice on the right hand side. And of course at the bottom here is the flag of Liberia. Gaye was the one who designed the photo for the cover. Very fine book. And this book is the 16th book in the series. New Liberian KP, Kiiton Press Liberian Writer Series. The particular paper that we use for this book is acid-free. So love this book because it says so much about Liberia, and it says so much about current event as well as past events. So you can order it from the publisher. We have just moved and we are grateful that he gave us the opportunity to be his author. In the meantime, we are authoring other books, and I hope that Joe's book will be one of the first books that you will get.
Mr. Yankin Fokwa is formerly managing editor of the newspaper. He's also immediate past deputy managing director for administration of the National Port Authority. Mr. J. Doba is formerly associate editor of the Inquirer newspaper in Monrovia. So he's a member of the Inca fraternity. The Bartuahs are here in full. Dr. Taryor, I seize this opportunity to commend you for the professional job that you have done. Your professionalism that was demonstrated in publishing this book shows that Liberia has the requisite human capital, that we Liberians are qualified, that we are competent and capable to get a job done, except that we need the support of our fellow compatriots. So let me use this opportunity to call on fellow Liberians to begin supporting one another, to engage in collaboration which will yield mutual empowerment. I am a political scientist, I'm not an economist, but the economists, I believe, will concur with me that it is through a middle class, a formidable, a potent middle class, that our Liberian economy can be sustained. So I also seize this opportunity to call on the Liberian government to formulate prudent public policies that will yield the creation of a potent, a formidable middle class. One of the ways that government can come up with such policy is, for example, in Liberia at the moment, most of our schools, the textbooks that they use are written by foreign authors. If a legislation comes through where at least 25% of textbooks that are used in Liberian schools, colleges and universities I author by Liberian writers, that will be a sort of not only empowerment for Liberian writers, but it will also inspire future writers. So we use this occasion to call on the George Weah administration to come up with policies that will empower the Liberian people, that will create a viable, a potent, a formidable middle class in our country. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to further cooperation with Kiiton Press.
And again, thank you, Joe, for letting us be in partnership with you.
Well, Brother Doba, when you look at the community of Liberians, students of history, political science, public policy advocates, politicians. It is for every one of us.
My hope is that the Liberian writers will see our operation or our company as a viable option for them, so that we will be receiving manuscripts from Liberian writers.
I'm telling my fellow compatriots that we can do better. We can do better than what we are doing now. If we tackle corruption, we try to abide by the rule of law, and we get the best practices from other countries to implement in our country. Liberia's population is estimated at 4.2 million at the moment. Look at the Chinese. In 1966, when Mao Zedong launched the Cultural Revolution, 700 million Chinese were at the mercy of farming. There was serious farming in China. The people were eating whatsoever that came their way. And Mao Zedong said, let everybody go back to the soil. From 66 to this time, or let fast forward to 1979, when Deng Xiaoping launched the full modernization theory. Today, China is giving $60 billion to African countries. So we need to do, if the people who have 1.3 billion people can produce food and be able to export some of the food. Some people say, oh, the Chinese food, they look like plastic rice. That's a challenge to us to produce rice for ourselves. So there are so many things that need to be done. Just as I said, nationalism is like an incurable disease. Brother Dover, since you and myself being here in the United States, we go around, we see streets, we see highway. We wish that they be in our country. And then we start thinking, we pay taxes, our government collect revenue. Where did money go? And we've been following cases where top government official is involved in some misapplication, and after some time, nothing comes out of it. Properties of that person are not seized. The person doesn't restitute the money, and the person becomes a sort of folk hero, to the extent that a young lady was accused of embezzling about, I think, $800,000 when she was going to court. Her supporters printed T-shirts, cheering her up as if she was running for political office, as if she had done something so virtuous. So we need to change our way. So basically, that's what I'm telling fellow Liberians. I know it may not resonate instantaneously, but it is better for somebody to document their view, their take on the trend of the national trend, so that even 200 years from now, when posterity comes and somebody comes across a piece of work, they will say, okay, there was one poor guy somewhere and he gave this opinion. Basically, that's what I've attempted to do.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to further cooperation with Kiiton Press. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the company has been in operation since 1984, and we are receiving a lot of manuscripts. We want to encourage all our Liberian writers to see us, like I said, as a viable option, so that we can publish their books for them.